All right, Mr. Dunlin, Logan Stout at Perkins Motorplex in Mayfield, Kentucky. Gonna walk around this GX 460 23 model, the special edition. And yeah, just point out anything that I see with it. I did just drive it. Took it on a test drive, got it on the interstate, got it up to 80, 85 miles per hour. Nice and quiet, nice and straight, exactly the way it's supposed to be. So these are, for my money, the smoothest riding, best suspension, best brakes, best transition between gears there is on the market. My wife and I owned one of these for 3 years, and then our kids got to where we needed more space. So we miss it because of the way it rode. And I've always said one day when they're old enough or out of the house or whatever, we'll go back to it. So I have walked around it a few times as well. We're going to point out anything we see. Let's start with these wheels and tires. The wheels are in great shape. That's that black Lexus wheel. And I haven't seen, I'm going to go through them again real quick. Haven't seen any curbing or scraping on any of the four. Yeah, all four of them are great. These are Bridgestone tires, of course, top of the line there. And the tread, these are not new tires, but they're good. I'm going to say 50 to 60% tread. I'm not the best at doing that. So you probably got 25 to 30,000 miles before you'd have to do anything. Should equate to about 2 years with normal driving. So a couple years before you have to do anything with the tires. And again, they are Bridgestones, top of the line. So you'll get the full 50 or 60,000 miles out of them, depending on what they're rated at. Down the driver's side here, I just don't have a lot to point out. I don't have, major dings, scratches, rock pecks. Now, I always say this is a used vehicle. This is not a new vehicle, so we don't expect it to be perfect and flawless. But again, some of these vehicles are in better shape than others. Like some of them sell themselves, and some of them, they've got some character to them. This is one that really sells itself. It is in really, really good shape. So down the driver's side, I don't have really anything to point out. Across the hood, no hail damage, nothing like that. Of course, the iconic Lexus grille that people are in love with looks amazing here. Headlights, fog lights. There's probably a couple little rock pecks on the front, and I literally just drove it, and it's not even that grimy up here. A couple little spots up here on the front that have been touched up nicely, but yeah, this looks really, really good. Down the passenger side, all lit up in the sun here. Nothing. Just nothing for me to point out. So I don't want to oversell it and be like, it's perfect. But that's a cobweb that had just ended up on it. I thought it was a scratch at first, and I was like, oh no, I missed something. But no, that was a cobweb, so that's gone. Little griminess and dust up here. Really, really good. This side's awesome too. And it does have the Lexus roof racks. Kind of gives it a cool look. I like them slid to the back, but if you don't like that, you can take your key and, slide those however you want. But yeah, that'll be functional as well. All right, along the back here, that's just dust. I really nothing. The parking sensor's all straight ahead. That hitch, tow package looks good. I like the Perkins Motorplex logo, but obviously you can take that off if you want. One of my favorite features, that back glass that pops open gives you easy access back here. And you do have the Lexus floor mat in here. You got floor mats throughout, which is great. So let's open this gate, they call it. And the gate does lock. If you're on a slant or you're worrying about it coming back, you just twist this and that'll lock. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the GXs, but so I just noticed this. You got the Lexus floor mat, but just for good measure, you've also got a carpet floor mat underneath it as well. So let's go ahead and pull those. I'll show you the third row real quick. Lexus is one, they don't want to adopt something if they think it's going to break. So they don't do the power folding seats, which I am A-okay with, because even while filming, I think I can do this one-handed. Let's pull this open here. There you go. That seat's in great shape. Let's go ahead and do this one. And so it's just a grab going to pull. There you go. Both third row seats look great. Of course, your headrest will flip open there. Sidewalls look good. Super nice. I think I'll just shut this, leave the floor mat out for now, and I'll put it back together here in a second. Second row looks wonderful. Love the color. It's the gray, but it's not the, like, they make a super light version of this that I've seen, or maybe it's the beige that's super light. That's a little overkill. This is nice. And with the black accents, I love the black seat backs. It's just different enough to give it the uniqueness, but it didn't get exotic on you. So I love that. Charging ports, you got your rear heated seats, your rear climate control, everything is in working order back here. And 2 sets of floor mats there, just noticed that. And you got 2 sets of floor mats here, so why not? Let's just throw them all in there. So we give every floor mat and every key that we get, and we went over this in email. So there's your 1 key, but don't do anything for, wait at least a couple weeks, because if we get the 2nd key in the mail, which does happen, we just send it on to the new owner. I had one happen last week like that. When I get off the phone, or when I get off this video, I will pull this key out and see if that is the key that works on the roof rack. I'm assuming it is, because it is a Lexus roof rack, so I will check that for you. Power tilt steering wheel, the seat, power seat works, lumbar support on that. You got your memory seats here. Zoom that back in. Heated steering wheel, auto dimming headlights. There's your headlight cleaner in case you're off-roading in this, which some people will do. I believe we've got power folding mirrors. Yes, there they are. Yeah, this one is loaded. I love that. There is a Sirius XM subscription active on it right now. We don't know whose that is. We also don't care. We just leave it, just leave it. There's no data info or anything like that, to my knowledge, that they can have off of you. So somebody else's subscription is active, just leave it until they cancel it. No need, you just get free XM for a while. Let's see. So there's your trackpad. I was messing around with this. I'm not the biggest fan of the trackpad. It works beautifully, but I would rather just touch the screen. So you've got that you can do. Okay, your climate controls, and this is what Lexus did when they upgraded to this system is they made it super customizable, which was a complaint for a lot of people. So like on the GX that we owned, this was very clunky up here, but this is now really smooth. You got all kinds of options. There's a vehicle customization setting. Let's go ahead and just show you that real fast. You may know all this already. Where is that at? Oh, let's see. Of course, you got Apple CarPlay, which is going to be clutch for you. But so you got different customization, how you want the lights to do, whether you want the seat to drop down whenever you turn the car off to let you out. You got all kinds of different things, different colors you can set it, your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto settings. Let's see. And of course, this display right here is perfect. 25,121 miles. It is very responsive and quick through here. So I don't know what else to say other than, I don't want to oversell it, but it's just awesome. And it smells great. No smoke smell, anything like that. These armrests come forward. Adjust to your liking there. Got your tray. And then this is a big thing with Lexus. They make everything sleek if you want it. And these are not scraped up or scratched up. Both of those are in really good shape. We've seen those abused. Heated and cooled seats. The list goes on and on. I'm not going to do every feature, but we will finish by looking under the hood. All right, I don't know an alternator from a radiator, so I'm the last guy to point out the ins and outs here. However, I can look through here just for excessive signs of rust or corrosion. I got nothing. Nice and clean all the way through. And, you know, I sold one of these one time, and she just wasn't real familiar with the way Lexus Toyota sounds. She thought it just sounded like a roar under the hood, and it is, because they have a very loud fan. Lexus and Toyota have a very loud fan, and it's just a nice, I've come to love it. It is a roar, but it's not a clunking or knocking or ticking or anything like that. So sounds the way it should. Again, I'm a huge fan. And yeah, I like the warranty on this because it covers all the technology in addition to the engine and transmission. If it was just the engine and transmission coverage, it would be useless for you because you're not going to have that issue with the GX 460. These things are some of the longest lasting SUVs in the world. But with all the technology coverage, the power windows, power locks, door lock actuators, all that stuff, yes, I love the coverage for that kind of stuff. And it's nationwide. Any insured mechanic can get paid to do the work. All right, that's a long video, but now you know this thing's ready to go.